My strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, you know, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
That we're going to straighten out today. That's right. We're going to straighten that out today. That is not the truth. But first, let's talk about the economy and stocks. Consumer confidence. No one's talking about that. Consumer confidence getting worse and worse. Now, we're being told this by all the geniuses on the fake Business News Network. Listen to this.
The U.S. economy is in good shape. Growth is resilient. Corporate profit outlook is good.
That's not true. That's just not true.
The U.S. economy is in good shape.
How could the U.S. economy be in good shape with the amount of debt and deficits we have? We have historic debt and deficits. That's killing our economic growth. It's unbelievable. 1 month in February alone, this past February, 2024, we had a 16% increase in deficits and an 8% increase in tax revenues. Just 8%. What are you, nuts? That's what's going on. But they're not going to tell us the truth. Economy in good shape. What are you, nuts? We have excessive debt, excessive deficits. I mean, that brings in consequences. Our money supply then shrinks. Then next, it decreases our savings, our income. Business investment decreases. Production, earnings, all decrease. But they're not talking about any of that. Everything's always wonderful. And the job numbers. What are you, nuts? The first Friday of the month, these job reports, you got to be nuts to listen to them. They're all a lie. Now, they came out and said, we had anticipated 150,000 jobs for September. Oh, my God, but guess what? 254,000 jobs. Weren't we lucky?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, 254,000. We were so lucky. Oh my God, we're doing so good. You got to be nuts to believe these numbers. They just lie. No matter how exciting the job number is, it's unreliable. Haven't we learned that already? 2023, the total jobs that were fake was 1.2 million fake jobs, not the 813,000 we keep talking about. The true number, 1.2 million jobs. Unbelievable. Don't ever rely on the job numbers. You're wasting your time even listening to the job numbers on the first Friday of the month. You gotta be nuts. They're very unreliable. You can't rely on the job and wage growth numbers. In 2023, using the birth-death metric system, as I just said a moment ago, and that birth-death metric system, it's a crime. They shouldn't be able to use it. They make up the numbers. They birth them when they want more numbers. They death them when they want less. I mean, who would think of that? Well, I'll tell you. Jack Kennedy's father, with Greenspan, a young economist by the name of Greenspan. Remember Greenspan? He came up with the idea of the birth-death metric system, so they can create jobs when they need them and cut jobs when they have to bring inflation down. Unbelievable. Look, so what do you look to? You certainly don't go to Powell, ask him the truth. He's a bought guy. Are you kidding? You know what you look at? Consumer confidence. They can't screw that number. Consumer confidence is the only reliable number, and it'll tell you what the hell is going on in our economy. 70% of our GDP, economic growth, comes from consumption, which comes from consumer spending. And when the consumer has confidence about their jobs and wages, they spend like nobody else. They, like drunken sailors, they just will spend more money than they make. They always do and always will. But that's where you get the truth. What's the confidence? Well, consumer confidence sucks. It's really bad. We've had the biggest one-month hit since 2021. You gotta be crazy. Yeah, the biggest one-month hit since 2021. Here, take a look at this. Here, I got a chart up here for you. My consumer confidence chart. Look at this. Look at that. I think I have a cut that goes with that. Somewhere. Play it if you have it, Willie. But that's
continuing the conversation here on the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index. That came in at 97. That's below the Street's 104 estimate. And it's no surprise that investors are feeling less optimistic about the economy as millions of Americans remain frustrated over higher prices and stalling inflation.
You know, one of the biggest losers of confidence, believe it or not, is the war in Iran and Israel. You talk about screwing something up. Can you imagine? Iran was broke. Trump made sure Iran could not sell their oil to Russia or China. They were broke. They were selling 4 million barrels a month. Trump cut it down to 200,000 a month, which is, you can get a hamburger. They're broke. Matter of fact, the whole regime was going to collapse. We would have gotten rid of, and the people in Iran, they want the regime to collapse. But no, the minute Biden became president, he goes over there and says, hey, guess what? We're going to lift all the embargoes. You can sell all the oil you want to China, to Russia, get all those revenues. Now you can start funding your nuclear weapons. You can fund all your terrorism around the world. We want to be your friend. We want to be your buddy. That's what happened. So confidence The consumer confidence, believe it or not, gets hit with that because they see what's going on in Israel. Remember, everything is connected today. Not like in the 1918s or 1920s. No, it's all connected. Everything's connected. You can talk with somebody over there in a split second. So that also is taking down the confidence. I mean, can you imagine for one moment saying, the minute you get in the White House, hey, I got an idea. Let's make Iran rich again. I'll bet you if we go and we kiss their butts and we go tell them we want to be their buddies, we want to be their friends because we're scared of them, tell them we're scared of them and we don't be their friends, that we're going to lift that embargo. They can sell all that oil to Russia and China, and boy, guess what? You'll be rich. You can fund all the terrorism you want around the world, buy weapons to get rid of Israel. We want to be your pal. And then worse, remember, even before then, Obama and Biden, what they did, they increased EPA regulations to make it more costly for these oil companies. And those EPA regulations are still with us today. $20 billion in regulations. That's the cost to the oil companies. Do you think they pay the $20 billion? No. You and I pay the $20 billion. You know how they always say, wow, the rich corporations are not paying their fair share. We're going to make sure they pay their fair share. Well, guess what happens? They don't pay it. We pay it. Then Biden gets in office and he imposes a $110 billion tax on oil companies after the costly $20 billion in regulations. We'll show all the socialists now we're on their side. Yeah, let's go get these dirty oil companies. What are you, nuts? Unbelievable. Inflation. You know, people talk about, inflation's fine now. We got it down. No, we don't have inflation down. And remember, you're getting screwed over with the way they count inflation. It's not about prices. It's about the rate in which prices are coming down. The rate at which they come down. How fast they come down. That's the measurement right there. That's the one. And when you measure that way, we're screwed. Gasoline's still up 40% for the day that Biden took office, and groceries up 34%, electricity up 32%, and so on and so forth. So when we get these job numbers, everybody's all excited. Market starts to rally. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Now, we've been doing terrific with our oil stocks because we're always ahead of the market. The market's forward-looking. And later in the show, I'm going to give you some stocks that we did terrific with. One of the stocks that we've been buying, utility stocks. We've done terrific with utility stocks, and utility stocks have great dividends, too. Utility stocks is a great place to be. We've had our gang members in those utility stocks for a long time. So they're telling us how strong the economy is. And here's the one I love about that.
The U.S. economy is in good shape. Growth is resilient. Corporate profit outlook is good.
Corporate profit outlook is not good. Corporate profit outlook is not good. On the surface, it looks great, but when you drill underneath, it's not good. Where are corporations getting their profits from? Not from top-line sales, not from increasing margins. You know where their profits are coming from? Laying people off. That's why consumer confidence is so bad. Because layoffs are 50% more, increased 50% more this year, 2024 over 2023, 50% more. And when you have layoffs increasing 50% more in 1 year, that kills consumer confidence. And when you kill consumer confidence, you kill spending. When you kill spending, you kill economic growth, and we've killed it. And all we do is increase inflation. Yes, layoffs of 50%. That's how they're making their profits. They're laying people off. Cutting. And here's the worst thing they're doing. They cut back on all their business investment. No more are they investing into IT spending. No more IT spending. No. They're using that money to do stock buybacks. And if you're wondering why the market's just not going straight up right now, because guess what? They're in a blackout. That's right. Corporations can't do stock buybacks not until after earnings season over. So that's one of the reasons why you're seeing the market stall. You're not seeing it going straight up for this election. But it will. It will. Remember what I told my gang members? We're going to have a pullback, maybe 3%, 4%. That's a very high probability. Then we're going to have that one last big rally. One big rally going right into the election. And then remember what they're going to do. If Harris wins, now remember, inflation is going to be going up. In other words, we're going to get a pullback. Okay, then we're going to rally the market. And what people don't realize, between now and election day, inflation's going up. Yeah. Why? Because I told you before. When Powell said he was going to cut rates 50, 50, and 50, those cuts were on the short end of the Treasury. Treasuries are coming due in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 16 weeks. And when you go and you cut rates on those Treasuries, the long-term Treasuries, the 10, the 20, and the 30 years, those, okay, usually those are the ones when that's when inflation really starts taking off. In other words, anytime you cut rates, say I'm going to direct it towards the short end of the Treasury, anything under a year, any Treasuries coming due under a year, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, what it does, it turns right around and pushes interest rates back up. And he wants to do that because he knows damn well he's not done with inflation. He just wanted to get this. Rally through. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Free for 10 days. Check it out, where you learn how to buy stocks as well as short stocks. philsgang.com. Free 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember now, you can join my gang. Check it out, philsgang.com. In fact, we got some beautiful profits on our oil stocks. That's right, oil stocks. We were in oil stocks well before anyone else. In fact, I told my gang members, I'll play you the cut. Oil wasn't going anywhere. Everybody thought oil was going to continue to go down. And I got them into an oil ETF. And I said, just buy some small shares. Don't go crazy and just stick with it because something's going to happen over there in the sandbox. Here's what I said to them. This is my gang members.
XLE, the ETF for oil, I'm telling you, just keep a scout on it because something can happen over in the sandbox and you want to be in it. So when it happens, you can just go right in and add to it. If you're not in it, then you hesitate and then you miss the move. So just something could happen over there, and I think something will. But let's just be patient with it.
And we were patient, and it did happen. The ballistic missile attack. Oil stocks went right up. But we were in these oil stocks, that ETF, XLE, well before anybody else. Well before anybody else. So check it out. Go to philsgang.com. We've been teaching people just like you for 25 years here at Phil's Gang. I've been trading stocks for 50 years. We have fun at it, and we keep it simple. We keep it so simple. Okay, that's the problem with Wall Street. They complicate the damn thing. Like you have to have a degree from Harvard and Yale and Wharton to trade a stock. I mean, 90% of the crap they tell you is just to impress you. It's useless. It's useless. Do you know? It's all about following where's the money going. If you know where the money's going, you're going to make money. You don't have to even have a college education. Just follow. Matter of fact, the less education you have, the better off you are. Because if you're really a smart fella, you're going to start listening to all these dopes. Boy, that sounds very smart, what they're saying. I got to check that out. I got to buy a book. Unbelievable. It's simple. Follow the money. Wherever the big money's going, stocks are going to go up. They're going to go up. We do this every day. Check it out, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. And you got to learn how to sell short. You can't expect you're going to make money in just buying stocks. Are you nuts? Nobody can make money in just buying stocks. Nobody's that good. Think about it. 5,000 stocks, brand name stocks out of like 200,000 stocks around the world. Let's just take the U.S., 5,000 stocks. Do you know only 4% of 5,000 stocks create wealth? That's it. You got to know how to make money when the market's going down. It's nearly impossible to sit there. And that's why 401ks aren't any good, because they don't allow you to short. Now, people know, or people think the market's never going to come down again. Well, they're wrong. They're wrong. We're going to have a bigger crash than 2008. But in the meantime, let's participate in this rally. And that's what we've been doing. We'll help you do that. Now, I don't ever get involved with politics. Never get involved with politics. Because you can't please anybody. You got independents. You're going everybody mad at you. But I can't let this go anymore. The lying about this bill, about the, they keep talking about the border bill. Here, listen to Harris, what she's saying.
Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
That is a total lie. Total lie. Here's why. Here's the proof. Because that border bill, remember, it was a bipartisan bill. Now, do you remember when they cut the mic off the people, I think it was CBS or ABC, whoever had that monitored the debate with Vance the other night? Listen to how they cut him off. And I'll tell you why. He was talking about the bill. He was trying to explain it because Harris was lying again about this bill. Oh, it's Trump's fault. Trump stopped all this. Trump stopped. Trump called people, told Trump can't stop a bill. He's not president. He doesn't take care of the legislation. He's not a legislator. He's not a congressman. Listen to this.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand. That is not a person coming in, applying for a green card, and waiting for 10 years. That is the facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret, by our own
Thank you, Senator, for
leadership.
describing the legal process. We have so much to get to, Senator.
Those laws have been on the books since 1990.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The
we
CBP
want to have
One app has not been on the books since 1990. It's something that Kamala Harris created, Margaret.
Gentlemen, the audience can't hear you because your mics are cut.
Now, who the hell do these people think they are? This is supposed to be for the folks. Let them talk. Oh, no, because they couldn't back up Harris' lie. If Vance told the truth, which he was trying to do, and people understood what was really going on with that bill, oh, that would have blown up everything. Because the press made sure that no one got the truth, that this was a bipartisan bill. Let me explain. You know who blew up the bill? Who made sure it didn't pass? Wasn't Trump. He's not a congressman. It was the Democrats, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Ed Markey, Alex Padilla, Bob Mendez. He's in jail now, right? Booker, Langford, Sinema. There's another Marxist. All voting no. They didn't want the bill. But see, when Vance was trying to explain what this bill was, oh, no, you better shut him off. We don't want him to get that out. We don't want people to think this was a bipartisan bill. This was Trump on his own. He stopped the bill. No. He would have to call Elizabeth Warren. He'd have to call Bernie Sanders. You think either one of those are going to take his phone call? Can you see Elizabeth Warren taking a phone call? Hey, Trump's online too. Are you nuts? Wasn't going to happen. So they wanted to make sure the people wouldn't know the truth. Oh, we got to get on. We got to talk about the economy. No. What do you mean? Why? Where's the schedule? We got a train to catch or something around here? This is for the people. Oh, no. They got to control it. So the bill, they killed the bill. Because here's why. They didn't like the fact it was going to allow 1.8 million illegals to come in each year. Now, here's what they didn't like about the bill. Not only does the bill cost you and I $7,500, in other words, take the 106 sanctuary cities. We have to, the government has to print $27 billion a year to fund each one of these cities. So you and I, your family, have to pay $7,500. That's right, you're paying $7,500. And they knew damn well they better not pass that bill because their constituents would go nuts, right? Okay. And here's the thing that was bad about the bill. That they knew there was going to get too much heat. That they knew that in that bill, you and I, the taxpayer, was going to pay the lawyers representing these illegals. You know how much that would be? Unbelievable. And each illegal was going to get an immediate work permit in this bill. Immediate. And that's how they would get their citizenship right away. It was a quick pathway to citizenship. Isn't this crazy? And here's what they were really worried about. The bill was written so it would be immoralized to catch and release. What's that mean? It means that, remember, under Trump, if you came to the United States, they'd catch you, but they would release you in Mexico. And you could stay there all you want until your court date is due, which is about 4 or 5 years out. But in this bill, they were going to immoralize that. I mean, if they passed this bill, because there's a certain part of the bill, it's like amnesty. Congress couldn't change it. That's right. Congress wouldn't be able to change it. So forever, the catch on the United States side, you release them on the United States side. In fact, it's costing almost $20 million a year to take all the ones we catch and then we bust them and fly them all over the United States where they want to go. $20 million a year. So it's a bipartisan bill. But they didn't want to, that's why they cut the mic off. They didn't want anybody to know that. And talking about bipartisanship, another lie where Harris said that she believes in bipartisanship. And she passed all kinds of bipartisan legislation when she was in California. But no, the Washington Examiner couldn't find one case with all their research that she passed. One bill that was bipartisan. Couldn't find one. And she bragged about how she, as an attorney general, was bringing to court and prosecuting all these people who were bringing drugs across and who were involved in all these illegal activities. She did not prosecute one case, not one. That came from a real investigation by this newspaper. So I just wanted to take the time. Now I know I made a lot of people upset, but I never talked politics. But that was just getting to me. I said, someone's got to tell the truth about this bill. I'm so sick of her saying this every day. She says the same thing, and everybody in the press covers for her.
Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he...
Kill the bill? He would have to call all these Democrats. Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? They're not going to take his phone call. So that was a hell of a lie. That's going on. So let's talk about the market. What's going to happen with the stock market? Well, the S&P, they're going to continue to get that one last rally. Now remember, it's going to be a little sluggish right now because these big corporations can't do stock buybacks right now because they're in a blackout period. But as I said, there's going to be a little bit of a pullback. We may already have it. In other words, if you just even take from a high of around 574 to a low of around 564, that could be the pullback. And then they want that one big push right into the election for Harris. It's going to be, they call it the Harris rally. And then by the time she gets inaugurated, she wins. By the time she gets inaugurated, the problem is inflation would already have reared its ugly head because he never defeated inflation. Gasoline's not down. Groceries not down. A little bit, but they didn't win the war on it. So by the time she becomes president, what they're going to do to mask this, to make her look like a hero, they're going to turn around and go back to zero rates. Zero rates. Where they can loan companies again money free. Don't charge them any interest to try to push the market up for the first 6 months she's in office. So if she wins, you're going to see this market continue to go up without earnings. And by the way, this government has so much debt. Debt and deficits are a killer. How can you say the economy's in good shape and corporate profit outlook is good? That's a bold-faced lie. Are you kidding? No way. So again, the next time you hear there's going to be the first Friday of the month job reports, don't even waste your time. Instead, go look up what is the confidence the consumer has. Is it high or is it low? They can't screw with that number. And the other thing about inflation, what they do, they cheat. Do you know they'll take and substitute? So let's say steak is really expensive and it went up 20%. So to show it didn't go up 20%, they'll substitute the steak with hot dogs and say meat only went up 1/10 of 1%. They substitute. They do this with everything. So The only thing that you can rely on is what is the consumer confidence. And consumer confidence, if it's low, it's bad. It doesn't work for the economy, okay? It just doesn't. Look, put yourself in a position you're going to make money whether the market goes up or the market goes down. You're going to learn how to sell short with as well as buy. Check it out, philsgang.com. Free for 10 days. We've been teaching folks like you for 25 years here at Phil's Gang. Check it out.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.